Awesome. Hey guys, so my name is Teresa Quartz. I was originally Teresa Claiborne. I got married, name change, but I graduated from West Bloomfield in 2006. And then I went to Columbia College in Chicago from 2006 to 2010. I immediately moved out to LA. I started working at internships, and then I decided I wanted to be back on set. So then I got on some short films, student films, music videos, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And then my husband was actually the one who suggested I start assistant directing. So I said, okay. And I started doing that, which led to a bunch of independent features, a lot of Lifetime and Hallmark movies. I also was a PA or a production assistant on some big TV shows. And then I eventually applied to the DGA, which is the Directors Guild of America. They have a training program. So I applied for that. I applied 4 times before I got in, but I finally got in. And that program gave me the 400 days of work I needed to join the DGA. So now I am in the DGA and I work as an assistant director, and I just finished Fox's 911. So a first AD is the person that you hear on all the behind the scenes videos where they're like quiet on set, let's roll cameras. That's the first AD. And they actually create the whole schedule, and then they run the set and they make sure that it's run safely and efficiently. And then there's a second AD who will make the call sheets, and basically they're kind of looking ahead. They're looking at tomorrow and the next day to make sure that everything is in line. And then I am a second, which means I'm also on set, and I'm basically the right hand of the first AD. So I'm there to assist mainly with like setting up background actors, making sure the cast is on time, making sure that our staff, the PAs, are all doing what they need to do, that we're locking it up, we're keeping it safe. And then if the first AD ever needs to step away, I will then step up and run set. So normal day is usually pretty early. I know I was like, I haven't worked in a few weeks. So I was like, oh, 7 a.m. is so early, but it's really not. Normally my day would start at like 6, I would say 6 a.m. And then we do a full, I would say at least 10 to 12 hours, sometimes all the way up to, I mean, it can be as much as like 18-hour days. And I'm there on set all day long, making sure things are running smoothly and safely. And then at the end of the day, I have to complete what we call a production report, which is basically a summary of the day. And it gives you all the times, the in and outs, if anything went wrong, if anybody got hurt. It's this big, big report that I have to then finish and send at the end of the day. So it is definitely not red carpets. It's not easy work. It's very difficult. It's very, it's very tiring. I really enjoy setting background actors. Again, I don't know how much you guys know, but in a scene we have main actors, right? So like 911, we have Miss Angela Bassett, who's amazing, by the way. So it's like her, she's a police officer on the show. So we have her in the police station and she's bringing in a perpetrator, right? But it can't just be her in a police station. That wouldn't make any sense. We have background actors that play different cops and detectives, etc. So it's like if she comes in, then I would place background around the office to make it look realistic. And I think that's probably my favorite part of the job. It's fun. Usually they're good people. They also want to be actors. That's kind of our way to be creative, because I can actually make it look realistic. Like, hey, you're having a conversation over here. You're bringing this guy in. He's a perp. This person's a witness. And you kind of create little stories of your own within the world. How hard was it?
Yeah.
It is. It's tough. It's tough to get that first job. Hopefully the idea is that once you get that first job and you show up and you do well, right? Even if you don't know what's going on, you listen, you pay attention, you follow direction, you try to take initiative where you can. People see that. And hopefully that will lead to the next job, which will lead to the next job, and it snowballs. The best thing you can do, guys, is utilize whatever network you do have. So either through West Bloomfield, or if you go to college, utilize that college one. I'm currently mentoring 2 students from Columbia, and that's because they reached out through the Columbia network. And I was actually able to get one of those young women on set with me this season. And because she did such a great job, she got other job offers because of it. So yeah, like I said, it's really just utilizing whatever network you have, anybody you know who's in the business, just reach out. Most people are willing and able to help. At West Bloomfield through the film class. Well, originally I was a theater kid, so I was an actor. And I did try that for a bit out here. Actually, if you guys want to be fun, you can watch Sharknado. I'm in that, the very first one. But yeah, so I tried directing, tried acting. Here's the thing, guys, everybody wants to be a director, a writer, or an actor. So not saying that you can't or that you shouldn't try, but it's the competition for those positions is very, very high. So being assistant director to me is kind of the best of both worlds, because I do get to direct like background actors, but I also get to have a steady career, and there is room for growth to be a director. And I'm now in the room and I get to meet people that can help me, do my own projects in the future. I think it's just once you get that first job, it's being there and it's understanding that your role is vital, even if you don't think it is. So if somebody asks you to move folding chairs, you might think like that sucks, like it's not a big deal, but it's important because those chairs are going somewhere specific to seat like the 10 background actors that we have, and they need to be moved so that those actors can sit down. Or it's like, hey, just getting somebody coffee, learning people's idiosyncrasies is really important. And this is true for any job. Your boss, whoever it is, learn them. Like you're going to get to know them. And if you can anticipate their needs, they're going to recognize that, and they're going to want to hire you again and again. Like who doesn't want to work with somebody who knows that you hit a low point at 3 p.m. and you need your afternoon coffee, and you anticipate that. So 3 o'clock comes around, you offer, you're like, hey, can I get that cup of coffee for you? I know how you like it. They're going to love you. Like, it's anticipating those types of things. So even though I didn't know a lot, I was eager to learn, and I listened and I paid attention. And if you catch on quick, people will recognize that. It's really just utilizing whatever network you have. So whether that's through West Bloomfield or through a college, if you go to college, or just if you know anybody, like just make those connections, utilize I don't know, I still use Facebook. I still sometimes get work through Facebook. So I utilize those groups. You can probably find groups on Instagram, maybe TikTok, I don't know. But it's really just, it's networking, because it's who you know and then who knows you, right? And also, if you want to be a creator, create. I mean, you guys are living in an amazing time where like your cell phone is amazing and you can make videos so easily just on your phone. So exercise that craft, whatever it is. If you want to write, please write every day, write scripts like nonstop. If you want to direct constantly, act, same thing, just whatever it is that you want to do it consistently, because the more you do it, the better you'll get. And then people will start to recognize that.